WA billionaire mining magnate Andrew Forrest was in Perth today to meet business leaders to discuss his campaign to raise Aboriginal living standards. GenerationOne aims to deliver 50,000 jobs to Indigenous people over 2 years.
He's the wealthiest man in Australia on a mission to help the poorest.
We're the luckiest country on earth. We're generous to a fault as Australians, yet our generosity is totally misguided. We need to stop throwing money and start throwing opportunity.
GenerationOne was launched last month by the federal government and has already pledged 20,000 jobs, with key industry leaders signing up to the Australian Employment Covenant, which is tied to the campaign. Unemployment rates among Indigenous communities are 3 times higher than other Australians, and in some rural areas school attendance is only 30%. There have been several Indigenous training programs in the past, but Forrest says this one can and will work.
We train for jobs which are on offer with directions from the job providers. We will solve that once and for all.
We're living in Australia here, and we've got communities that are living like third world countries. So you need to actually go out there and see it for yourself to appreciate what we're trying to achieve here today.
Alcohol abuse, one of the biggest stumbling blocks to change. The billionaire miner says there's a way out.
Those kids have got to know, if they go and hit the bottle, they're going to do something wrong and they're going to spend a life in the slammer. But they have a choice and they don't have to go that way now.
Forrest says his passion for the Indigenous cause goes back to his childhood.
You know, I grew up with Aboriginal people. My first mentor, the first grey-haired guy I really believed in outside of Dad, was an old black fella called Scotty Black. And he took time out to show that he believed in me, to compliment me, to build me up, make me feel 10 feet tall when I was only 3 feet tall.
But can GenerationOne really address the cycle of unemployment and welfare which has gripped Indigenous communities around Australia?
We'll look after you means welfare. Black fellas like white fellas can look after themselves. Give them the weapons to do that. Give them the education, give them the training. But this time guarantee them jobs. If they commit, we commit.
Tyson Beattie, Win News.